Hi, I'm Aeryn, and this is the week's Tarot and Numerology reading for all signs. I hope that this can be a very helpful advice for you this week. And if you see this video on a different date, the messages will still apply because the universe sends us signals in many different ways and the timing is always perfect. I hope that you're all doing great. I have the fan on today, so excuse me if you hear it click from time to time. But it's very, very, very humid in Japan right now. I am going to pick 3 cards as usual. I'm always feeling into the cards. This one. And I'm also gonna pull an oracle card, and today I will use the crystal cards. The cards, oh! I am having a jumping card. This one fell out. It's, oh, how do you pronounce it? Apophyllite? I take jumping cards very seriously, so let's go with this one. Okay, now I'm gonna open the cards for the beginning of the week. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Can you see it? It's always a hustle to put it in the frame. Okay. And then middle of the week, we have the Sun. Wow. End of the week, we have, wow, 9 of Cups. And for the oracle card, we have Apophyllite. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. All right, increased support. So let's dive into the week. For the beginning of the week, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. The Knights of Swords usually, if it's like this, it's a very, very fast-paced card, as you can see. It's full of energy and drive. And since it's the card of the swords, it's about your ideas, your opinion, and your knowledge. It's the swords bring clarity to things in your life. And the knight has this really rushing energy. He's running through the desert, and the point is he's running against the wind. As you can see, the wind is going this way, but he's running that way. So meaning even if other people have other opinions or they have other ideas, you don't mind. You will go with your thing, with your idea. And this feather is showing it's red, so it's full of passion. And there are also the birds for freedom. They're also red, also for passion. And we see the butterfly. This butterfly you can see in many of the sword cards. It shows that it's this mirror image, right? The butterfly. So it reminds us that the universe is our mirror. Life is our mirror. And also it's the duality of life. Everything has 2 sides. And but this time we have it in reverse. So meaning I don't feel like you're in such a rush like this knight is. Take things slow. So even if you feel like, oh my God, I have to do this and this and this, and even though you feel like I have to get this idea across, like maybe you will feel rushed to explain, you're so eager for other people to really understand what you mean, but don't be too hasty. It's okay in the beginning of the week to take things slow Sometimes it's okay to just feel into things and not push into things or rush into things like this Knight does. So feel into how the situation is with the Swords. As I said, it's about the mind. So it's not so much about doing things or getting active. It's about understanding something. And you might feel like, I want to understand this much faster, or I want everybody to understand my point faster. But there is no need for this in the beginning of the week. It's okay to have patience and to slowly explain something to others. And if you are working on an idea, just sit down and go over it again and again. If you are, for example, a writer, check it again. If you have important documents like a contract and such, go over it again. Don't sign it immediately. Check again and again before you send it out or before you sign it. And the sword here, as you can see, it's going out of the picture, meaning and in the tarot the left side is the future. So in life there are things that we just simply don't know. We don't know how tomorrow will be, how next week will be. You don't know what your idea will bring or what will happen from it. So trust life. Sometimes you cannot just push things. You cannot push people to. You cannot be like, why don't you understand what I mean? It just takes time. People have different paces, and it's also about the flow of life. So go with the flow. And since it's in reverse, go with the wind, go with the flow. And sometimes you just have to explain it step by step. And other people have a different pace, so respect that. And before you make any decisions, check it again. In the middle of the week, we have the Sun. And the Sun is about your spirituality being reborn. The horse is the consciousness, and you are sitting on your consciousness. You don't need any leash. You don't need to hold on to it. You can ride on it freely, and your spirit has this openness. So you are like the theme for last month, and also the theme for the last few weeks has been our rebirth. So this is again showing the new you, and it's full of confidence. It's so yellow, and the sunflowers are also the confidence and creativity. And as you can see, the sunflowers are not turning their heads to the sun that they usually do. They're turning their heads to you, because you are the sun. You are the one that is shining bright with positivity and happiness and this new outlook, because you are starting again as a baby, meaning, I'm not saying you're gonna be a baby again, it's your spirituality. You have this new kind of notion of your spiritual connection. It's a new connection with source. And the red feather, it's the same as this one, no? It's this determination. You know, it's like an antenna. You know where you want to go, and you are full of this willpower, which is shown by the red color. And the wall shows me that you are protected. This baby is protected. Nothing can come in. And the sunflowers also add to this kind of fence wall. And the sun has different kind of rays. It's like the conscious and the subconscious, the conscious and the subconscious, again reminding us about the duality in life. And this red flag, this banner, it looks kind of like a proclamation. It's like you are telling yourself, this is the direction I'm gonna head to. And this openness is like, I'm full of positivity and openness and no prejudice, shown by the gray color of the wall. It's not black or white, it's the mixture of it. It's black and white. It's we are both kind of right and we're both kind of wrong, and that's okay. We're just different and we're all together. It's this kind of maturity and fairness, and you're not biased, you're not discriminating. It's a new start, so it's a new kind of value, new kind of thinking. And the horse is white, so it's based upon purity. It's a new beginning. The spirit, the horse will guide you. You're sitting on the horse and you can feel like it's really it has your back. And the sun is the number 19, 1 and 9. 1 is for the consciousness. It's also the number for the beginning in numerology. And 9 in numerology is the number for endings. So obviously you have ended a certain type of lifestyle or a type of a way of thinking, and you are starting anew, and it's full of positivity, and you're protected, and source is with you on. So this is like you and source are one team, and you're super conscious about it. You're sitting on the consciousness, so it's like you have control over how you think. You know how to direct your thinking and your actions, and it's a very exciting new beginning. So whatever you do in the middle of the week, you're gonna be like sunshine, and people will be drawn to you. You give out this energy, a very happy and open vibe that is inspiring. Inspire, it's in spirit. Inspire, you are in connection with spirit. So it could also mean that something inspires you truly from the bottom of your heart, or that you inspire others, like the sunflowers are turning to you, people turn to you for answers and ideas. And that's maybe because you have shown them your patience. At the end of the week, we have the 9 of Cups. It's one of the happiest cards, I think, because it shows that you have been through so many emotions. You have achieved this kind of maturity and therefore this confidence. He sits there with wide open legs very comfortably on this bench. The bench and tables, to me in the tarot, is always an item that symbolizes manifestation. You have manifested. You are in control of your power of manifestation. You understand that however you think, because the cups are about your intuition or your feeling side. So you can create your reality by the way you feel into things. The blue is also like the blue water, so again showing the importance of the divine feminine energy, which is, you know, going with the flow and feeling into things, being intuitive and sharing and caring, and really being on the same page with your heart. So I feel like at the end of the week you will reach a certain emotional clarity, a clarity that came because you have been really in touch with your emotions, and because you have lived with the flow of life, and now you understand the bigger picture of the connection between you and source and the connection between everything, and that gives you a kind of trust towards life and towards the universe. And the gray outfit again shows me that it's not about black and white, it's not about right and wrong and which side am I on. It's about both is okay, but mixing both. And everybody's different, everybody has different opinions, but let's mix it. That's how we are, and sometimes there are bad things in life and sometimes there are good things in life. This is the maturity that you reach because you understand the duality of life, and you have your feet firmly on the ground. So it's not like you're proud and you're showing off your emotional journey and or the struggles that you've been through. It's more like in the background, so it's already part of you. So it's not important to show it off, because if that was so, the cups would be in front of him, like him presenting it to people. It's in the background, so it's so already within him that he is so open. And the power of manifestation, you can now chill, because you know that life is not about controlling things. Sometimes it's about trusting life and the universe and going with the flow, and it's gonna be fine. You know this because you have experienced many things already. And it's this total acceptance of the ebb and flow of life. For the oracle card, we have the Apophilite, and it says increased support. Your positive focus and willingness to receive have opened the doorway to an abundance of help and opportunities. And this to me is kind of very close to the Sun card. It's this openness, and you are willing to receive the messages from source, and therefore you are opening your own doors to a more abundant life. And it's this interplay, do you say that? It's like the give and a take between you and spirit. It's being a team player with source. And that is what you have understood here, that it's not about just you or your mind and you wanting to understand everything in life. Sometimes we have to just go with the flow and receive the messages and the guidance from spirit in order to succeed. And he looks very successful to me. And in the middle of the week we have this huge sun, and the sun has this face, so it's a personified sun. It's not the everyday sun for everybody, it's your personal sun. And that will be revealed maybe in the middle of the week, something that lights you up, a new hobby, for example, or you find something that really inspires you, and then you're like, wow, it's a new beginning, and how amazing is this? And therefore you also inspire others, because they're like, wow, how are you so shining so bright? And 19 is the number for the Prince of Heaven, which is the sun for the ancients. And it's about being so radiant, and you're shining your aura, and it's the spirit that comes out of you, really. And that is the result of when you are living in connection with source. If you are having a spiritual life, I'm not saying that you have to be religious, or I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your inner truth, your spirit. What is source for you? I don't use the word God, because to me, God, that word is very linked to the religions that are so based in so many different cultures and countries, and that have also political power over people. So that's why I use words like universe or source, and sometimes I even say life, because I feel like life itself is kind of like the spirit. I also say spirit interchangeably, because whenever I talk about source, I don't mean a certain religious source. I mean the cosmic consciousness. I feel like in order to have a very fulfilled life, we all need to believe in something. And you don't have to believe in something that somebody told you to believe in because everybody believes in it, or because generations and your family have always believed in it. I think we are all free to believe what is ringing truth to our hearts. And so the biggest, or one of the biggest messages in the tarot is the importance of finding your spirit, your spiritual connection to source, and to implement it into your life. That's why I'm saying oftentimes that it's important to meditate, because when you close your eyes and when you shut off everything in your surrounding, you can get into the stillness, and then you can really reconnect with spirit. Or you can also do earthing, go to a park or go to nature and take off your shoes, because our shoes have this plastic sole, and this plastic sole that we're walking on always is disconnecting us from the earth. And so when you become barefoot, you can really feel that the feet are breathing, and they're breathing through earth, and they're sucking in all the energy from Mother Earth. And doing this for 10-15 minutes, I walk through the nature or through the park barefoot all the time, and I think people think I'm super weird, but to me it's so meditating. It's really refreshing, and it's like my battery is being fully charged. So find your way to connect with spirit. For some people it's surfing in the ocean. For some people it's something creative. So what is your way to connect with source? And that will open so many doors for you. Numerology wise, we have the Knight of Swords, so that is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 19 is 22. 2 plus 2 is 4. And 4 plus 9 is 13. Oh my gosh, again? Everyone, the theme for the transformation and rebirth and the divine feminine is still continuing. We are being pushed by the energy to really have a new outlook on the future, to change our ways, how we think and how we approach life, and to not forget to create the connection to source, because that can make so many things easier, because you can really feel that source is guiding you, life is guiding you, and is giving you messages and signals along the way. And then you don't have to be afraid of anything. You can really surrender to the flow of life and trust that everything will be okay. So the message of the week is to go with the flow and trust life. In the beginning of the week, do things step by step. Have patience. Have patience with others and have patience with yourself. If you don't understand something, it's not your fault. It's okay. Just take your time. Just go with the flow. It will come with time. If there are very important documents, read them through again and again before you really are sure about those. In the middle of the week, be inspired and inspire others. Don't forget that you are protected and source is always guiding you. And at the end of the week, you can really feel that the flow of life is real, and going with the flow of life makes things so much easier. So if you have a spiritual practice, then I think this week you can really feel your connection to source very strongly, and you can enjoy it. If you don't have a spiritual practice, then find one that is suitable to you, and you can find it by connecting with your heart, because this apophyllite, the green gem, reminds me of the heart chakra that is green. So connect with your heart center, and it will guide you and show you how to create your connection to source. For a personal reading, please send me an email with your name, date of birth, and your questions to the tarot. Thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. And don't forget, everything will be okay. Thank you. Bye bye.